Welcome back to the Newport Property Blog. My name is Keith, and today I'm sitting out at the top of Bringlass Avenue. I've found a little grassy area that's overlooking the Usk and looking across to the very pleasant area of St Julian's in NP19. Normally you can't see across because all the trees that are currently in front of me are still bare branches, and so there are no leaves. In a few weeks those leaves will be here and the view will be blocked. I'll try to let you have a quick look. I suspect you'll only really get to see the trees, but I'll give it a go. Hang on. And there we are. I dare say all you can actually see with this camera are the trees, but maybe you can make out that there is a few buildings and a hill on the other side. Well, it'd be nice if you can. Right, today I would like to talk about the state of the current property market in Newport. And the state of that market is very, very simple to describe. It is a seller's market. And this means that, quite frankly, there are remarkably few properties on the market for people to view and to buy. And there are still plenty of people chasing those properties, which means that the seller has a distinct advantage in getting a better price, and also, perhaps more importantly, in making sure that they select a serious buyer who is both committed and able to go forward with the purchase once they reach the stage where it is possible to go ahead. There is, however, a downside with a seller's market, and this perhaps is the most important part of it. Yes, if you put your house on the market, you have a half-decent estate agent that knows what they're doing. Your house should sell, and sell quickly, and sell to a good buyer. But then things start to get just a little bit more complicated, because once you've sold your house or got your house sold subject to contract, then you become a buyer, and then you're on the other side of the fence and you discover that there are remarkably few properties available to you to buy. And I know this to be the case. There are streets that I know extremely well that usually can be counted on to have up to half a dozen properties for sale in them pretty much at any one time, and at the moment they have none. And I'm not just talking about the odd street here and there, I am talking about masses of them that normally make up a sizable chunk of the overall property market in the city, and there is literally just a scattering of properties amongst them where otherwise there would be dozens and dozens and dozens. So it is a very tight market, as well as a strong seller's market. Now, it could well be that prices, having risen very strongly over the last couple of years, have come to a point where people are not prepared to pay that amount of money at the moment to buy, and so they are staying put in their own properties for the time being, which is why new properties aren't coming. So in other words, not a lot of confidence in current prices. They think it might come down a little bit. I don't think they will, by the way. I think the best you can hope for is that it will plateau or slow down a little bit. Then it'll catch up with itself as much as anything. Sentiment will catch up with market reality, and then it'll start to climb again, because at the end of the day the Newport market is still a considerable discount to those on the neighbouring cities of Cardiff and Bristol, so the property still represents very, very good value for money. But we are where we are, and people would be having to find properties in which to move on to once they have found a buyer for themselves. And this is where I think a good estate agent is going to be essential for people to move on, because a good estate agent under these circumstances in this kind of market will be looking to use their skill, their expertise, their knowledge to even the scales a little bit for their vendors turned buyers, and help them complete their side of the transaction and move on down the chain themselves. They have the tools to do it. These tools exist, and it is up for them to get involved, seriously involved, in making things happen. And that means not just working with their vendor and buyers as you would normally expect and doing a first-class job for them, but also looking to help on the other sides of the chain a bit further down where it is possible to do so, so that the entire section of chain in which this purchase is situated can progress with the minimum amount of disruption and delay, because otherwise you get a situation where everybody is waiting for somebody to move a long way down the chain. It's all too easy. People have a change of heart, people get disheartened, people withdraw, chains start to fall apart, and you have to start again from scratch, putting them all back together again. That is the danger. That is always the downside, I'm afraid, of a strong seller's market. There we are. I hope this has been of help. Just to recap, it means that you should be able to sell your property very quickly. You should be able to get a quality, serious buyer without too much difficulty, and you shouldn't have to suffer time wasters or people that, even if they are sincere, are simply not in a position to be able to proceed. Find people who are both serious and with the necessary in place to be able to go forward, but then you need to have the services really of a good estate agent who can help you overcome the major hurdle then of having to find somewhere for you to move in as well. So when you sit down with an estate agent, you need to talk to them about this and what their strategies are. They have the tools, they have the wherewithal, they should have the knowledge, and they should be able to tell you exactly how they can help you overcome these particular hurdles. I hope you found this useful. If you have, please like. If you would like other people to have a listen, please share. If you do not subscribe to this channel, please do. It's free and it helps the channel to grow. And if you have a question to ask, either leave it in the comment section or contact me directly via the blog, and I'll be only too delighted to be of whatever assistance I can to you. I hope you will join me for the next video. Thank you very much.